With all due respect to the defending champions Chile, the real Japan would have beaten them tonight. What's up, Rich Squad? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich, and I'm here to give you my thoughts and my post-match analysis of the Japan versus Chile fixture in Group C of the 2019 Copa America. We already had one fixture from Group C between Uruguay and Ecuador. That match ended in a 4-0 win for Uruguay. Chile followed suit their South American counterparts Uruguay to defeat Japan 4-0. So it seems like it's going to be a tough battle for top spot in Group C. When it comes to head-to-head, Chile and Japan only met each other on 2 previous occasions, with Japan winning 1 and 1 game ending in a draw. So this is the first time Chile is beating Japan in an international fixture. Japan previously participated in the Copa America when they did so at Paraguay 1999, and they bowed out at the group stage, placing bottom of the group with 1 draw and 2 losses. For Moriyasu, the Japanese coach, he chose to bring along a very inexperienced and unproven Japanese team to this tournament, and I was actually surprised that he didn't bring a full-strength squad to this event to show the world how good Japanese football is, because they have been very good as of late. Fun fact for you guys, Japan has defeated every single South American country with the exception of the host Brazil. They recently spanked Colombia at the 2018 World Cup when that fixture ended 2-1. They recently picked up a victory versus Uruguay as well in a 4-3 encounter. For Ronaldo Rueda and Chile, they came into this tournament as back-to-back defending champions, and they brought along a very experienced team. So everyone expects big things of Chile here. Could they do it 3 times in a row? I said no, but this Chilean team would be looking to prove all of us wrong. And they started out very well by picking up 3 points in their first Group C encounter of the 2019 Copa America. Head coach Moriyasu chose to play a 4-4-2 formation for Japan with Osako in goal, Tomiyasu as one of the center backs. We also had Ueda at right back, Hara left back, Sugioka. Further ahead of those players, we had Maeda, Shibasaki, Nakayama, and Nakajima. And up top, we had the young and exciting players in Kubo, who just signed to Real Madrid from FC Tokyo. He was quite impressive in the game, and Ueda, who was quite wasteful. Maybe if some of those chances fell to Kubo, he could have dispatched them past the Chilean goalkeeper. But it's all in hindsight, it did not happen. For Ronaldo Rueda, he chose to play a 4-3-3 formation with Arias in goal, the center-back partnering of Maripan and Gary Medel, who is quite versatile. He plays defensive mid as well. We had Mauricio Isla at right back and Juan Bosseger at left back. A very experienced backline here. Further ahead, we had Pulgar, Aranguiz, and Arturo Vidal. Experience again and quality. Further ahead of those players, we had Fuenzalida, Eduardo Vargas, and Alexis Sanchez. This team looks really good on paper, and maybe they are just warming up. Guys. Let's talk about the game. It was quite an open game in the first 30 minutes of the match. Chile bossed most of the possession. They went forward, but they didn't threaten to score too often. The Japanese defense dealt with anything they brought to them. And when Japan went forward, they looked really dangerous, with young Kubo and Ueda up top, along with Shibasaki and Nakajima. Japan looked like they were out to unsettle this very experienced Chilean team. Between the 30th and the 40th minute, Chile began to come into the game a bit more, looking more and more threatening as they went forward. And just as I was saying to myself that Chile are wasting these long spells of possession, they scored. It came as a result of Aranguiz's brilliant delivery from a corner, and Eric Pulgar towered above the Japanese defender to put in a devilish header past the goalkeeper. It was 1-0 for Chile just on the stroke of the halftime whistle. After going behind in the 41st minute, Japan fought back and they almost scored in the 44th through Ueda. He went around the goalkeeper but was unable to put the ball in from a tight angle. And at that point in time, it was end-to-end stuff between the two teams, and Chile almost doubled their advantage when a weak Alexis Sanchez shot was saved easily by the goalkeeper. Chile began the second half very strongly, and the pressure became telling after a lovely build-up play resulted in a second goal. It was Eduardo Vargas whose shot deflected off Tomiyasu went past the goalkeeper, who had no chance there. Japan kept fighting, and despite being 2-0 down, the game was still very open. In the 57th minute or so, Japan spurned another brilliant chance when Nakajima's cross was put wide by Ueda. Enjoying a brilliant spell of possession, Japan could have clawed themselves back in the game just like Qatar did versus Paraguay, but they just kept wasting their chances. We had Kubo dribbling through the Chilean defense, but he wasn't able to put the ball past the keeper. Then we had Ueda, who had 2 more chances, and he spurned both of them. So they will be ruined not taking their chances in this game. They could have leveled, or they could have even gone ahead. Chile, who was seemingly the more clinical of the two teams at that point in the game, regained control of the game and punished Japan once again when Carlos Aranguiz held up the ball very well and crossed it over to Alexis Sanchez, who shrugged off the defender to head it past Osako. And the way Sanchez celebrated, it seemed like a man who really needed a goal after a horrible season at Man United. So that will do a great deal of good for his confidence. And if you have Alexis and Arturo Vidal firing on all cylinders, the opposition teams will be in for some trouble. Chile put the final nail in Japan's coffin when they scored a 4 through Eduardo Vargas. It was a bad backheader by the Japanese player, and Alexis Sanchez pounced on it, passed it to Eduardo Vargas, and the goalkeeper was coming out for that ball, and he just chipped him for the 4th and final goal. Chile 4, Japan 0. And as I said earlier, if this was the Japanese A team, it would have been a different result. Not to take anything away from Chile, but Japan looked really good in spells throughout the entire game. And if Ueda was a bit more clinical, they could have punished Chile. Or maybe just walk away with 1 point. That would have done their confidence a whole heap of good. But no, it is Chile who are walking away with 3 points, repeating what Uruguay did yesterday by thrashing their opponent. The Uruguayan game was different. They dominated that game. But for Chile, this was a more open game, more chances created by both teams. It was very level despite the 4-goal difference. And I have the stats to back it up. In this game for Japan, they had 13 shots at goal, 3 on target. They were not clinical enough at all. They had 44% possession, 380 passes with 76% completed, 16 fouls, 2 yellow cards. For Chile, they had 15 shots at goal, 7 on target, more clinical than Japan. 56% of the possession, 491 passes, 81% pass accuracy, 15 fouls. So it was a very physical game as well, like most of the Copa America games are. But Chile, they deserve the win. They deserve the win because they proved themselves to be the better team. And I expected this Chilean team to beat this young, inexperienced Japanese outfit. I predicted a 2-0 win for Chile, and they did me 2 goals better by spanking them 4-0. For Japan, they will meet Uruguay in their next fixture on Thursday, the 20th of June, while for Chile, they will meet Ecuador on Friday, June the 21st. This young Japanese team got their work cut out for them in that fixture versus Uruguay. It might be another thrashing. As for Chile, they would fancy beating Ecuador, but guys, with Ecuador being a more experienced outfit and more adept to South American conditions, it could be a total different story. But all in all, very good start for Ronaldo Rueda and his boys. Maybe they are just warming up and they will be better in the games to come. As for Japan, Moriyasu, maybe he needs to field the most experienced team that he could possibly field, being that the players might be more calm on the ball, they might have less nerves, and they might put away the chances that come their way. But nevertheless, Kubo looked really impressive today. Ueda looked good as well. So to predict tomorrow's games, guys, we go back to Group A where we have Bolivia meeting Peru. In that game, I'm going to give Peru a victory. I'm going to give them a 2-0 victory over Bolivia. And then we have Brazil meeting Venezuela. That's going to be a mouth-watering contest. Venezuela promised against Peru. They didn't score, but this Brazilian team will be hard to beat at home, especially with all the talented players that they possess. But guys, those are my predictions for tomorrow's matches. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. If you're new around here, consider hitting the subscribe button, smash the thumbs up button, and in the comment section down below, do you think that Alexis Sanchez will regain his form at this 2019 Copa America? Guys, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace out, Rich Squad.